call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the SMU Mustangs offense will have the football first. And Jesse, if there's an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experiences, those scars, they matter.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Owen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs. And they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Quickly to the tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. Holds and fires complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
The 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Here's the pressure. Got his man to the left. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David, Herschel, Walker, Adrian Peterson, among others. And they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about it. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere and you got a bunch of full-grown men coming at you, I'm very curious to see how he responds. I know he has the physical ability, but is he ready for this?
He looks really good coming off the bus, I'll say that. He is definitely built different, but he's going to have to run different than he did at high school. David, you know this. You can't bounce every run to the outside and get away with it like you did at high school. I'm really curious to see the discipline he's going to have in this game running the football now that he's playing against much tougher competition.
The option look. Thrust that arm out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Bulldogs in the hurry up.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Bulldog! A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clemens. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coffee. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I like like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll try the left side. Creates a little space. There he goes. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. He's got 50 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He got it, and he will score. Touchdown, SMU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. On the option. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield. And he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Caught behind the line. It's Denson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Denson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. The give on the option.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's already got 46 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the red zone, looking for a man. And makes the catch. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you.
SMU 10, Mississippi State 7.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Second down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been bumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. The Mustangs in a good spot here with second and short. The give on the inside. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Catch in the middle. It's Owen. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Owen. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
He'll do it himself. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? They've been aggressive? Okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I'm going to sneak a draw with you.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. A run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And the Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. No huddle, offense to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Looking downfield on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. The give to the back. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up fourth down from the 43. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Trying to keep this drive alive. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on fourth down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Now when you've got a running back like that, he just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on fourth down.
Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Floating away. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll take it himself. And they swarm him under. Tight game so far in this season opener. It's third and goal coming up. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The pressure ramps up on third and goal. On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
I think you starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll go to the counter. He's got 59 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. They're looking to throw on second and short. Makes the grab. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to go up top on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's got him this time. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw again. And the Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Makes the catch. It's Coffee. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Power football with the run. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Ready to start the second half here. The Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game up.
Turning it on! After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Mississippi State going up tempo. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down.
There he goes! He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Bulldogs have pushed it inside the 20. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? They're not into 3s, they want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's it, 5. Complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mustangs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Off play action on first down. Punts it out of the air. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Mississippi State right back to the line.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run the option. To the ground with the back. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. On the ball at the 30. There he goes. Touchdown, SMU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. He's looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coffee. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the two-point conversion but was denied.
SMU, 26.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The give to the tailback. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And running the option is so important for that quarterback, man. Making the right decision. Nice job sucking the defense in, pitching the football, and then look at it. The extra yards, he gets the rest. Nice third down conversion.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
They'll go to the ground. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
It'll be third and long. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Sure hands, it's Owen. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They are willing to roll the dice, going for it. Fourth and short from the 41. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Looking left. Complete downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
Hauls it in. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
The Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got him downfield. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the move, he fires. A strike downfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's 1st down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Now they'll run the draw. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Red pass is complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, offensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to sling it on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Coffee. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, no fancy nickname for the Michigan-Notre Dame rivalry. I'm not sure it needs one, given how great it's been over the years. Here's how today's game finished up. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Receiver comes in motion. This is a designed run. He'll have enough to give Mississippi State a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break. Take him out. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
To the air on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
How about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
Up by one, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Quarterback keeper. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Clemens. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Breaks into the open. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pulls it in. It's Owen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. That play didn't have much of a chance to get the 1st down. Good job by the defense keeping everything in front.
Great job keeping everything in front, and most importantly, making the tackles. Dropping back deep, knowing he's 3rd and long, but I got to get the guy on the ground and rally to the football. Nice job by the defense.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Awesome body control and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, but if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, 1st down.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting into the ground.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. Oh, they blocked the kick. They stop him right there, short of the first down, and they'll get the football back. What a job by this defense.
And man, did you see that defender climb the ladder? How high did he jump to block that field goal? That was amazing.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Picks up the first down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Snap it to the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on first down from the 40. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Turning it on! Guys, he's up to 103 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. The Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, the running back looking for room. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go with a direct snap. Headed to the end zone. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.